Yesterday, someone tested you. Maybe it was a colleague who interrupted you mid-sentence, or maybe your boss who dumped extra work on your desk without even asking, or maybe someone who made a joke at your expense. You laughed it off, you let it slide, without paying much attention. Well, I hate to tell you this, but you failed. The result is, they now know exactly how much they can disrespect you. Every test you fail costs you respect, costs you power, and gives them permission to walk over you again. Most people go through life failing these tests without even knowing they're being tested. By the end of this video, you'll recognize every single one, and you'll know exactly how to dominate them.
Now, I know what you're thinking. Come on, they weren't testing me. They were just being casual, maybe just joking around, maybe having a bad day. And that's exactly why you keep failing. You give them the benefit of the doubt. You tell yourself, it's not a big deal. But here's what's really happening. Every time you let it slide, you're training them. You're teaching them that you are the person they can interrupt, overload, and disrespect without consequences. You become disposable, a tissue paper they use and toss aside. And once they learn that, they don't stop. They escalate. So, here's what I'm going to show you. How to recognize these tests the second they happen, and how to shut them down without burning bridges, without causing drama. Just cold, calculated responses that make them think twice before testing you again.
All right, let's start with the first test. You getting pushed to the boundary. Here's what it looks like. Your boss drops extra work on your desk at 4:30 p.m. right before you're winding up for the day. Or a coworker asks you to cover their shift again. Or a friend borrows money and conveniently forgets to pay you back. You think they're just asking for help, right? No, they aren't. They're testing whether you'll push back or whether you're someone they can squeeze whenever it's convenient for them. And here's how you've been failing. You cave, you make excuses for them, you convince yourself it's just this once, but it's never just once. So here's how you flip it. When they push, you don't move. You make them step back. Your boss dumps work. You look at him calmly and say, I've got commitments after 5. Let's schedule this for tomorrow morning. Friend asks for money again. I'm not in a position to lend right now. Notice what you're not doing. You're not saying, sorry. You're not explaining. You're just stating reality and making them deal with it. They will either respect the line or they show you who they really are. Here's another test. The interruption. You're in a meeting, waiting for your turn to speak up. And when it comes, you start making your point, but someone just talks right over you. Or you're telling a story, and your friend cuts you off to tell theirs. You probably think they're just excited, just didn't notice, just being rude by accident. Nope. They're testing whether you'll let them dominate the conversation or whether you'll hold your ground. And here's how you've been failing. You stop talking, you let them take over, you wait for your turn that never comes. You're training them that your voice doesn't matter. So here's how you shut it down. When they interrupt, you don't stop. You keep talking, same volume, same pace, for 2 more seconds. Then you pause, look directly at them, and say calmly, I wasn't finished. Then you continue exactly where you left off. No anger, no defensiveness, just a line in the sand. What you're doing is forcing them to be the awkward one, not you. They either back down and let you finish, or they expose themselves as someone who doesn't respect basic conversation. Either way, you win.
Now here's what happens when you start dominating these tests. First, people stop testing you. They learn fast you're not the one they can push around anymore. Respect becomes automatic. But here's another aspect even greater in value. Some people won't like this shift. When you stop bending, they'll get hostile. They'll turn hostile, they'll guilt you, threaten you, call you difficult. And that's when you know you've just identified exactly who they are. A manipulator, maybe even a narcissist, someone who only valued you because you were easy to control. So this isn't just about reclaiming your power, it's about exposing who's real and who was just using you. The ones who respect your boundaries, only they choose to stay. The ones who fight them, they show their true face. Either way, you win. You take back control, and you see people for who they really are. So here's what I want you to do right now. Think back to the last week or the week before. When did someone test you? Maybe they pushed your boundaries. Maybe they interrupted you. Maybe something else entirely. And be honest. Did you dominate it, or did you fail it? Drop it in the comments. Tell me the situation and how you handled it. And if you failed, that doesn't make you weak. It makes you someone who assumes the best in people. But that assumption, it's been costing you. From this moment forward, every boundary push, every interruption, every subtle test, you'll see it coming, and you'll know exactly how to handle it. Your power starts the second you recognize the game. Now go reclaim it. Thanks for watching. If this opened your eyes to the tests you've been missing, hit that like button. It tells me you want more tactical psychology like this. And subscribe to Control Psychology so you don't miss the next framework that puts you back in control. I'll see you on the next one.